On this episode of Code Blue in America, the breaking news segment, President Trump is making headlines once again, this time with a jaw-dropping admission that ties back to the Giuffre Epstein scandal. Let's get to it. In a recent interview, Trump claimed that Epstein stole young women from his Mar-a-Lago spa, including none other than Virginia Giuffre, one of Epstein's most prominent accusers. Trump says that this alleged poaching is the reason he banned Epstein from the club, but the timeline is murky.
Epstein has a certain reputation, obviously. Just curious, were some of the workers that were taken from you, were some of them young women?
Were some of them
young women?
Well, I don't want to say, but everyone knows the people that were taken, and it was the concept of taking people that work for me is bad, but that story's been pretty well out there, and the answer is yes, they were.
Yes, they were.
Yeah.
What did they do?
In the spa.
Jobs? In the spa.
Yeah, people that work in the spa. I have a great spa, one of the best spas in the world at Mar-a-Lago, and people were taken out of the spa, hired by him. In other words, gone. And other people would come and complain, this guy is taking people from the spa. I didn't know that. And then when I heard about it, I told him, I said, listen, we don't want you taking our people, whether it was spa or not spa. I don't want him taking people. And he was fine, and then not too long after that, he did it again, and I said, out of here.
Mr. President, did one of those stolen, persons, does that include Virginia Giuffre?
I don't know. I think she worked at the spa. I think so. I think that was one of the people, yeah. He stole her. And by the way, she had no complaints about us, as you know.
Trump was still speaking glowingly about Epstein in 2002, 2 years after Giuffre says she was recruited from the Mar-a-Lago locker room at the age of 16. So now we're left wondering, is this a clumsy deflection, a moment of conscience, or just another episode in the ongoing MAGA myth-making machine? Giuffre, who passed away in April 2025 from an apparent suicide, had become a global symbol in the fight against sex trafficking. Her accusations helped expose the Epstein-Maxwell trafficking network and even brought legal consequences to powerful figures like Prince Andrew, who settled a lawsuit she filed against him. Trump's recent comments have thrown a spotlight back on her, with the implication that he might have known more about Epstein's activities than previously admitted. But Giuffre never accused Trump of wrongdoing, and she even stated publicly that she had no complaints about her time working at Mar-a-Lago. Still, with her tragic death so fresh and unanswered questions piling up, Trump's remarks feel oddly timed and unsettling. Whether this is an attempt to reframe his past proximity to Epstein or just a throwaway comment with deep implications, it's clear Trump is once again dragging us back into the murky waters of scandal and speculation. Let's not kid ourselves. We haven't forgotten Trump's exact words about Giuffre Epstein. They're burned into public memory and immortalized in that now infamous 2002 New York Magazine profile. And oh boy, did Trump lay it on thick. In that piece, Trump described Epstein as, wait for it, a terrific guy. Yep, like a guy who brings snacks to the office or knows a good golf swing. Not exactly the energy you'd expect for someone linked to one of the darkest scandals in modern history. Here's the kicker. The article says Epstein liked to brand himself as a quiet loner, no booze, no drugs, not exactly the king of nightlife. But then Trump chimes in from a speakerphone like he's narrating a bromance documentary. I've known Jeff for 15 years. Terrific guy. He's a lot of fun to be with. It is even said he likes beautiful women as much as I do, and many of them are on the younger side. Sir, what? This wasn't just casual name-dropping. These were breadcrumbs to something much deeper and darker. And then came the jaw-dropper Trump casually suggested that Virginia Giuffre, who tragically died by suicide earlier this year, may have been one of the young women stolen from Mar-a-Lago. You can't make this stuff up, but apparently he can. At this point, Trump's 2002 praise for Epstein isn't just awkward, it's evidence. And as he flip-flops more than a Florida beachgoer in July, Americans are left wondering, when will the truth stop being entertainment and start being justice? Because behind all the noise, the pain is real. The victims are real. And the cold truth? They're not going away. And that is the cold truth on Code Blue in America. Only on OGM News. I'm Sarah. See you next time.
All right, friends, here's the deal. We need your support to level up our game. How can you help? Simple. Like, share, and drop a comment. Shower us with your love, your applause, or even your brutally honest displeasure. We can take it, we promise. Your feedback fuels us, even if it stings a little. And before you dash off, go ahead and smash that subscribe button on YouTube. Follow us everywhere. Facebook, TikTok, Twitter, Instagram. Heck, if you're feeling retro, send us a carrier pigeon or a smoke signal. Stay awesome, stay witty, and we'll see you next time.